So, welcome back to MonDrew, and this is my... Hang on a minute, am I forgetting something? Well, giveaway failed, didn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to skip the last video. If you haven't seen it, why don't you go and watch it? Why don't you? What's stopping you, man? It's a good video. Anyway, you haven't seen it because you haven't bloody tried to get a free voucher, have you? So, this video, if you comment anything. Don't care what you comment. You've got to like it, you've got to comment on it, and you've got to subscribe. And if you do all those three things, there's a £15 John Lewis, or what should we say, John Lewis or M&S?
M&S,
M&S
yeah,
will crash
yeah,
in,
yeah.
but we'll go for M&S. We'll get one of those two vouchers, and it'll be your choice. So that's yours if you actually bother to comment. No, I'm joking. Comment if you want. We love having you around, and we'll see you soon. So, welcome back. It's been a while again. I know it always is, but we're very busy people, and we are trying to do our best to make more time, and we will be making more time. We've actually been acquiring things and plans to make MonDrew more special and more interesting, because we don't want to make some rubbish videos. We want to make sure they're cock on for you. So, getting to the main point of this video. New daily driver. It's a Volvo. Yeah. It's a Xc70 2007, which means it's the later model of this. It's called a P2. It's got a, I think it's a slightly higher power engine, which is better for fuel, 185 horsepower. And something like 290, 300 foot-pound of torque, which is good stuff for towing, because I've predominantly bought this for towing. It's the auto gearbox, but it's the 6-speed, not the 5, which is what the earlier ones had, which is again better. It's, as far as I know, it's basically the running gear off the newer model, because this is 07, they made the new one in 08, but it's all put into this one for like 1 or 2 years. It's the cross-country, being the XC, because they did the V70, and this is the XC70. So it's higher ground clearance, beefier wheels, obviously knobbly toe, I got knobbly toes on it, and all this bashing plastic, which is cracking when you've got polish all over it from the last owner, you know? I guess some people don't care very much. It's also got cataracts. I do need to polish the headlights. They are, well, they're not very good, because, you know, you can't really see anything, so I'll improve it. It's got, I think it's, I don't know if it's a Lux, I can't remember which spec it is, but it has got a lot of different things. So, see, it's got the fog lights down low, as you can see. The washers for the headlights, I think most Volvos have that, to be honest. Leather heated seats, cruise control, dual climate control, parking sensors, which I think are aftermarket. Luckily it's got a tow bar for me, because I've been towing with it. And anything else, that's pretty much it. But it's a well-spec'd car. The AC blows cold, which is a good result. Not really in England. Look around, does it really matter? No, you know, admittedly, late in the year, but still it's a bit shit. But yeah, so bodywork wise, other than the polish, it's in good condition. I've already given it a little once over, but it's filthy, so need to give it a good clean. But we'll do that. We'll make a nice, you know, one of these videos, you know, where you sort of get on the bonnet and doing this sort of thing. But that's to come. You know, that's 200 subs for that. So don't you get cheeky. Another thing with the Xc70. Sorry, no damage, just to me. Bigger mirrors, and this sounds funny, but this is a very good thing for me, because again, towing, bigger mirrors, very helpful, because we follow people just today, following an A3 e-tron. Nice car, but the driver, not so nice. He gave, let's just pretend this is the side of the traffic, and he's probably driver's seat back here, and you know, if you look at the gap, that's sufficient. So having the bigger mirrors means I don't have to do that, because I'm not a moron, but he was. So good result, good result, good result. So now we're inside, and as you can see, leather velour. No, it's just leather seats, and tell you what, they're very comfy. I've done some pretty long journeys in this already, down to Cornwall, and can't complain. 200 miles overall. You don't even feel like you've done it. Like I said, if you look at the centre, we've got heated seats. We've got, what else have we got? Dual climate control, obviously AC. Nice little cup holder, because that's very useful, because I've had lots of cars. This is weirdly comfortable as well. Lots of cars where you don't even have a cup holder, and I've got loads in there. So you've got one here, 2 more here. You open this up, there's a pizza there. You've got another 2, and obviously that one extends for the back passengers. Admittedly, they don't really have, they're quite selfish in the front. They only really have the one, but they could use this one. And then you can fold that, have even more room, put your I don't know what you want to put there, keys, whatever you want to put, or a pizza. You know, I've got this for the drift car. I'm going to hang it up and do a little bit of that, which is another video for you. God, we're good to you. We are seriously good to you. It's been a while. Yeah. Got even more room in there for things like 10 pence and a £1 aux cable, which doesn't work. Yeah, whatever. Closing up, that's leather as well, which is nice. The auto box with the, I think it's winter mode. I don't know, I think it's winter mode, which probably just reduces the power and makes it more four-wheel drive more of the time, I'd imagine, I guessed. It's got the Dolby sound, surround sound, which is actually surprisingly good. You know, you've got different modes as well. I put on the Dolby and can't complain. Good enough speakers for me. What else we got? We got cruise control on the steering wheel, so you got the controls. You got the volume up and down, and you can change station. Automatic wipers as well, which is very nice because that's always handy when you're lazy like me. Auto lights. Also, watch this. No way! 2007, we've only got a pop-up sat-nav. So that's quite a nice little feature. It's probably a bit outdated, so I really just use my phone on the older center console. But it's there, and it works, and it's got a very funny voice, which you can probably change. Also, when you look up there, it's even got a sunroof. Very nice. I'll tell you what, a little feature about this car, which is really fun. I'm actually going to get in a minute, because it's very awkward. Oh no, I've locked it. It is. Oh, there you go. Oh, cracking. Lovely and comfy, by the way, like I said. You got little independent lights, and obviously you can't really tell from now, but that is, in the dark, is a really nice little sort of area. It really does just light up, you know, independently there, which is nice. It sounds silly, but it's nice. If you're on a late drive, which I do with this for towing, if you've just got all of the lights on, like in any other car, you're sort of like, grow up, come on, I'm trying to drive here. But this, nice little feature. It means the passenger can do whatever they need to do with the light. Wouldn't want to know. And I can carry on driving, because again, like the A3, something was going on in the passenger seat because he was not concentrating on the road. He was looking down there. I'll leave that up to you. Now onto the back. Onto the back. So now onto the rear, which is in most cases the nicest part of the car. Maybe not on this one, but it is quite a good looking car, to be fair. You've got some quite nice lines. If you look along the car, what I like about these is, even though in its state, they have thought about the lines, and that line follows the whole car, even onto the bonnet, which I think is quite a clever design, and I think the Swedes did well there. You've got, these lights are quite attractive, I think, and, you know, for an estate. You've got to think it is an estate, you can only be so attractive, and I'm not sure with, this must have been competing with like a 5 Series estate or something, and I think probably price range new, I got a lot cheaper than new, but price range new is probably about the same, and I think spec for spec is pretty good. I think I don't know what would be the better car to run every day. Maybe the 5 Series, because this isn't. If you buy one of these for fuel, it's not the best. You get about, I average 35, which is motorway predominantly, and you know, town driving some of the time. And 35 isn't great. It's not bad, but it's not great. So, and it's a, I think it might be a 60-litre tank, 65. Don't quote me. Not sure, but fairly big. I get 500 miles to a tank. It's a bit of a mess now at the moment, but you can see there is plenty of room for activities. And also, if you look down here, what have we got? We've only got a dog guard, which I actually use for sheep, because like I said, I use this car, and I put sheep in it. We even had a duck in here. A duck, because he was dying on the side of the road. We thought we'll rescue him, and we did, and where he may have been eaten by a fox. I don't know, you know, he might have lived. We got navigation thing. I actually thought this was a 6-disc changer, but it's not. This is actually for your navigation, so a bit obsolete really. You know, once you put it in, it's done. You've also got some little compartments. You've got more fuses back here, so it's quite easy access. You know, a bit filthy in there. Not sure why. Obviously, you can change the bulbs from there as well. Under the, get all this crap out of the way. Some car parts, of course, knowing me. Under here, you've got a really nice little compartment, and this does, maybe it won't at the moment because it's full of crap. It's full of crap. That does pop up and stay there. Edit that out. So as you can see, like I just said, it does pop up when there's not a breaker bar jam in it. Yeah. You've got another compartment, which is quite handy for, you know, things like liquids or whatever. You don't want them to rack around. You could put them in there. Plenty of room. open it up there, take this out to reveal said battery. So the battery's in the back, which gives you a bit more room to work on it in the front, which is handy being a big 2.4. So nice, good placement. I like that. This probably isn't factory. This probably isn't this cardboard. I wouldn't imagine. But you know what? If it works, which it probably doesn't because I can move it. Yeah, carry on. Spare wheel. Space saver, which to me is a bit annoying because this car is for towing and cross country. To have a space saver is okay, it gets you out of trouble, but if you're towing, I wouldn't want to know. Space saver when towing is probably not the best, but it's there, and it's better than new cars which don't even have one, which to me is quite an annoyance. Because can anyone agree with me on the amount of times you've seen a brand new car on the side of the road just for a puncture? You think, well, if only they'd kept the spare wheel, But that's that. So that is the boot. It's a fairly big boot, and obviously the MonDrew thing is to get in and have a look.
Yeah.
Plenty of room. Plenty. Loads. I told you to get me out of this! Like I said, it's got a tow bar. Obviously this did have a reflector. Someone's probably hit it, knowing that, because it certainly looks like it. Parking sensors. Not stock, I don't believe, but they work. And well, he told me earlier there was something here, but possibly this? Possibly? They work though, and it's got a little readout for how far away you are, so you can gauge it a lot better than just the... You'll see that now. Listen, I'll trust it. Stop there. No, fuck it, carry on. Oh, that's close. Moving on to the inside of the car, on the rear. Again, nice comfy seats, leather. I'll come around the other side for you. Stay there. Watch this. I catch you inside, and as you can see, it's incredibly comfy. With a centre armrest, which, you know, admittedly I thought they would have put a cup holder. A bit selfish, really, just having the one in the back, but then again, I don't really care about other people, so thinking about it, I don't mind. So, happy. The seats are very comfy. They do fold down. There, I'm not going to do it because I'm so weak, but they do, promise. Nice little light in the back. Again, the nice little, what would you call them, personal lights. Not distracting me again, very good, happy about that. Electric windows all around, which is pretty standard these days. And it's covered in hay. That's my fault. I'm not a farmer, but I pretend I am. Nice little feature to keep you here. Heated rear quarters, which is actually very handy when... Oh, you can't really see it.
Oh, you can see me.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you see them?
I can see them.
They're heated, and that's very handy for when you're on the motorway and you can't see your blind spot. Not that many people check that anyway. Oh, I hate England. I don't, but I hate drivers in England. They're like A3, e-tron. If I find you. Now, I'm going to move on from this point and tell you about the last feature, which is... Skip that.
No, we're carrying on. We're carrying on.
If you move around here, come with me. Come with me. See this? No, not this. This. Not that bit. That's broken. This, memory seats, which apparently you can actually control with the old key. But I don't know. Electric, all electric. Only the driver's seat. Again, selfish. I like it. Memory seats though, 1, 2 and 3. So if you have 3 people driving your car, you can do that. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. And like I said, apparently you can do it on the key somehow. I don't know, maybe it's an unlock button in here.
What's the yellow button for?
Right, let me show you the yellow button. Good question, Andy. Very good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Just shut the doors a minute. Do a GTA style. Oh, fucking hurt. Yellow button. Little lights. Not just them, all of them. So you can see it turns on all your lights, your little markers and your rear lights and your front lights and God knows what. And that's quite good. I suppose if there's 10 Xc70s in a car park, which there never will be, you'll know which one's yours. Now, last feature, this button. I'm not going to press it because we're in a respectable neighborhood.
I'd press it.
Should I press it?
Yeah.
I don't really want to. I'll press it. So if I press this, the alarm goes off, and then sometimes you press it and it doesn't turn off. Oh shit, there you go, see it did it. Why you have a rape alarm on your key, I don't know, but I suppose it could be handy if someone's trying to break in and you think, stop right there, and then really it's not going to stop anyone. Nice idea, Volvo, you had an idea. Don't do it again. Last thing, roof racks. I've said last thing 4 times now. Roof racks, very handy, factory option, which I have. Tory. Useful for the farm. Put in sheet, no, don't put sheep on the roof. Put in sheets of things and whatever next on the roof, so, you know, and they're pretty sturdy, like you saw in the first clip. Pretty sturdy, nice, I like them. I don't have a rear wiper. Last owner decided he didn't want one, so I've taped it. Yeah, obviously I'm going to add a rear wiper. I think this thing's might be broken. That's actually the only thing wrong with it. Oh, and the front arms. Good point. If you want to buy one of these, check the bloody front arm bushes. I did, and they're gone. Very common on these after so many years. 100k, I think they say they go. The rear bushes, the front bushes on the lower arms will go. No, it's not if they will go. They always seem to go, and then it sort of feel on the steering a bit. So do them. I've actually got my new arms in the boot. Couldn't get hold of the bushes because I needed them today, and online you just get the cheap ones. Don't get the cheap ones. Lemforder or Delphi, good makes. OE quality, that's what we like. Never put cheap car parts on your car unless your car was free, like PAP. Have you seen PAP yet? Have they seen PAP yet, Andy?
I don't think they've seen PAP.
I think you might need to see PAP soon. I'm not going to tell you what car it is yet, but it's PAP. You'll know it's PAP. It'll
Big
be
old
the
PAP.
YouTube PAP. So that pretty much concludes this episode of MonDrew and this episode of this car, but you'll see this car again. I'm going to keep it for a while, I'd imagine. Like I said, good points if you're still there. Good points are very comfy, very torquey. You can tow most things with it. You know, I've got car trailer on it, twin axle, put a car on it, great. So good for that. Heated seats are nice. You know, all the mod cons are great. Overall good. But bad points are expensive to run, expensive to fix, and does have a few common problems like the bushes and the anti-roll-bar bush goes and you can't buy that separately. So it's, like I said, expensive to run, but overall good car, and cataracts. But that does wrap us up for today, but we will be back very soon, because I really want to get back into this. I want to do more videos for you, but like I said, very busy men. So we will see you soon.